We can hear you shouting. Yeah, we can hear you.
If someone gets Megs, I'm hearing it from me. The celebrations are there. So it's brilliant.
I think Kai did a Megs in the game. And I could hear, I don't know if it was you or Ria, but I could hear one of you go, ooh.
Mason, the last 2 weeks have been such an emotional roller coaster for the club because you had the FA Cup final, the VAR goal, you know, then the great performance where we come back and beat Leicester in the league. How was that feeling, the fans behind you? Because watching it from my position as pundit, the levels have been so high. They went up another level in that Leicester game. That's the best I've seen us for so long. We were so good. Was it great having the fans back in the stadium?
Yeah, you feel it straight away. And for them to be back at the Bridge as well, I think 10,000, it's special because they haven't been there for so long. So to see them at the Bridge, at home, in a game where it was a must-win game, a massive game for us to win, because we know they're pushing to get top four as well. And after what happened the game before in the final, we knew we had to put that right and perform and step up. And we did that. We got the 3 points, which set us up for the last game. And obviously helped us to secure top four.
Do you know what I was just thinking now? Your family would have been able to come and watch you at the Bridge. How's that been for them? Just because they must have not seen you play live for over a year. To come and see you in a Chelsea shirt, was that great?
Yeah, it's been a long time. My dad's been itching to come to the games. And obviously I got awarded the Player of the Season award before the game, and they was there to see that. So yeah, it was something that I'd obviously remember for a long time. Them coming to the game after so long and seeing me get the award, and obviously watch the game as well. Yeah, they were buzzing to be back, and yeah, good to see them in the stands.
Yeah, nice moment, mate. And also the semi-final against Real Madrid. I did the game, and for you to score the goal that takes the club to the final, for me was very apt, in the sense that to come through the ranks like you have, to feel the club, you know, like you, Reece, or Billy, all the boys, you know, even like Christensen, all the boys that have come through, and they've Callum. But for you to do it, from a lad from 6 to come through, how was that moment when you know I've secured it for my team, for my club?
Yes. I mean, you was at the game, you felt the tension, the pressure, and that, I think especially the second half, it could have gone either way. I had a chance, I should have scored. We had a couple chances where we broke away and should have done better. And if they get a goal, then they're back in the game and we're going extra time. So it was very tense, and to kind of get the goal to send us through. Obviously, me personally, I'm absolutely buzzing. You can't put into words, but for me and the team and the club, it took the pressure off us, and you can see in the celebrations how emotional it was, and for us to kind of know that the game was done at that time and we're through to a final, unbelievable feeling. And I think I remember coming off and you shouted down to me, didn't you? You said, "Well done," or something. I'll give you a little thumbs up. You and Rio was there. So yeah, you remember them moments.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant, mate, and it's great because it's been so sanitised, not having the fans in the crowd. So when me and Rhea are sitting there and we're watching the game, sometimes we get a bit
we can hear you.
And
we can hear you shouting. Yeah, we can hear you.
If someone gets Megs, I'm hearing it from me. The celebrations are there. So it's brilliant.
I think Kai did a Megs in the game, and I could hear. I don't know if it was you or Ria, but I could hear one of you go, "Ooh."
It'll be one of us.
You can't help but get involved, though, can you? You can't help it.
I know, mate. There's some footage of me from BT when we scored in the final. I was celebrating like a little kid, jumping around, and in that moment when the VAR hit, it was brutal. It was brutal. But listen, we won't have none of that now. It's only positive because I fancy us in the final. Going back to the journey you're on, I love this picture of you and Christian Pulisic that I've just seen today. As kids playing for Chelsea, and couple that with Christensen, Reece James, Callum, all you boys, do you sit down to yourself and almost pinch yourself, think, look, we're going to the Champions League final? All them tournaments you would have gone through together, under 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, and now, have you had that conversation or not?
Yeah, I think we speak about it now and again. But when you're in the moment, you're so focused on the job in hand and what you've got coming up. I don't feel like you have time to kind of look what's going on around you. You can't get indulged in it. You just got to stay focused. It's another game at the end of the day, with a lot of pressure on it, and it's a massive game. But we go into it with the same mentality of all the other games that we've been involved in. But I think it's a little bit more special, and that extra feeling for us boys that have come through the academy from a very young age. It's very special, and for us to be on that journey and to get to where we are now, to be in a Champions League final. Not many academy players, or not many players that play football, can ever say that, and to be involved in something like this, we really want to take that opportunity and step up in the big game.
Yeah, for sure. Just thinking about, Frank, just before he left, he alluded to you being a captain. I think from the outside, people who know football can see the way that you... My biggest thing with you, Mason, is you're a focal point of the team. The fans look to you, the players look to you. Do you feel that comes with added pressure now? Because you're the first name on the team sheet, it looks like, from the outside. How does that feel?
Yeah, I would say there is, but I like that. That's something that I've always liked and thrived upon. To have that pressure of, you're a big player within the team, you need to step up, you need to continually put top-class performances in. People look to you to, can you do that magic moment or step up in that tough time when the game's going away from you? Can you be a big player within the team? And I've always wanted to be that player. I think over the last couple seasons I've kind of grown more and more. I think leadership-wise, on and off the pitch, I think I've definitely got better and learned. And away from football, kind of looked at where I can improve on. And you're always going to keep improving. So I'm obviously very excited of what's coming up, not just the next game, but the future, what we can achieve as a team and obviously as a club and me personally. And I think it's very exciting, and we obviously all want to step up, obviously starting from the next game, but we're looking forward to really getting better as a team and achieving these big trophies that we want to be involved in and keep stepping on from there.
Yeah. Mate, Rio's been setting up the M1 to interview Phil Foden today, another player I greatly admire. You played against each other in a final before, the youth team.
Yeah.
And listen, we're all excited to see you both play for England. What's your relationship like with Phil? Do you drive each other on to perform because you both play the same position? I don't want to make a rivalry out of something that's not, but you're two great young English players. Do you drive each other on? Because he is a top player, isn't he?
Yeah, of course. There's no rivalry there. Look, we play for different clubs, and we play in similar positions, but I got on very well with Phil. When we're away with England, we're teammates. We understand each other's game. When you play with players like that are similar to you, you understand each other, you're on the same wavelength, and that's something that we've always been on from when I first played with him with England. And he's obviously a top player, and in games like this, in finals that we've played in before, under 18s level, you want to step up and you want to be on the same level, and can you do that extra bit for the team, for your team to score the goal or make a big opportunity? And I think he actually scored in the final when I played in the first leg, and then obviously we won in the second leg and we ended up winning. But yeah, he's a brilliant player. Obviously we're going to be doing the most to kind of stop him and not let him have the effect on the game.
You're standing there in the tunnel, and you feel, what's your thoughts? What are you thinking? How are you getting yourself ready for the game?
I'm someone that's very calm. Before the game, I don't really feel too much pressure. I don't know how I'm going to feel before this game. Maybe a little bit butterflies in the belly, but I kind of stay very calm, relaxed, and I feel like when I'm like that, that's when I play my best. And I feel like just the boys around me, if they're kind of a bit tense or they're a bit nervous going into the game, I feel like that little bit of nerves is good, but you don't want to have it too much. So just trying to speak to the boys around me, make sure they're calm and they know what we all know what we've got to do, but just staying focused and ready for the game and play our stuff like it's any other game and enjoy it. I think you've got to enjoy the moment. We're not going to play many games like this in our career, so to really enjoy the moment and be in it, as you said, I think that's something you really need to do. And then hopefully at the end of the game we'll be lifting the trophy.
Yeah, that's it. But listen, another thing that I remember now from 2008, I was like you, I was focused and that, and then at one point you're going to walk out and both teams walk past the trophy, and that's what took me back a little bit because it was just there and up. So don't look at the trophy, keep focused, keep doing what you're doing and get the job done, and we'll all be there, and hopefully you'll hear me and Rio screaming when you do another Megs or something.
I don't know if we'll hear you this time because there'll be fans there.
Good point.
So you got to shout extra loud. You got to shout extra
loud. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Well done.
Yeah,
so pleased for you.
Thank you.